This is the Trading Playbook, where the charts do the talking, and every session makes you a better trader. Hey guys, Lawton here with Verified Investing, back with the second official episode of the Trading Playbook. And this is my favorite episode just because you get 3 actionable trade setups. But before I get any further, guys, please like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really helps us out and helps the algorithms know that you want to see more content just like this. And if you have any feedback at all, please leave a comment below. But anyways, back to it. If you missed yesterday's episode, make sure to watch that first. But in yesterday's episode, we talked about gap fills. I explained what they were, how to potentially play them. And today I'm going to show you 3 potential trades for this upcoming week that you can make some money on, right? But before I do that, I just have to outline this wonderful, wonderful gap fill that played out perfectly, that encapsulates basically everything I taught in yesterday's episode. On this chart of Amazon that happened on Friday. So you see here on Friday, Amazon came right into this gap fill 233.65 and literally hit it to the penny and had over 1% bounce from that level. Absolutely incredible there, guys. That was really, really an incredible play, guys. But let's talk about this week's plays. And for this week's plays, I'm going to talk about 3 different charts. The first of which is going to be Nvidia, big mover. Second of all is Meta. And third, and certainly not least, is going to be Micron, right? So let's go straight into plan A here on Nvidia. So Nvidia, as we take a look, if we remember from yesterday's education, guys, where are the gap fills? And immediately my mind is like, okay, let's identify a couple of them. There's one here just from Thursday, the 4th of June. There's also one up here around 208.19. To the downside, there's one over here around 196.50 and another one right here. Right, so boom, I already instantly, before doing anything else, have identified 4 separate gap fills, right? And the most wonderful part of gap fills are, it doesn't matter what your bias is, whether you think the markets are going lower or you think the markets are going higher, right? You have levels of resistance, both resistance and support, unless something is at all-time highs, right? Just because there's no previous historic data there, so you're not going to find anything at those all-time highs. But back to the chart of Nvidia, right? This gap fill got really close there on Friday and then pulled back. So for me, I would not be interested in that gap fill, right? Even though you could see a potential intraday pullback, I wouldn't like it that much. But a level I'm really liking and targeting potentially for a short, for a longer term short, is this nice 218.66 region here on Nvidia, this nice gap fill from Thursday, the 4th of June last week. And funnily enough, it's a 2-factor trade, because if we draw a trend line here like this, right, it coincides perfectly. Right? If it were to hit on Friday, it would have coincided perfectly here around that level. So you see kind of 2 levels of resistance. You have this neckline of this head and shoulders pattern, which we'll talk a little bit about next week, right? A little preview there. But this is also a wonderful gap here for the 4th of June. Let's say instead you're like, Lawton, well, what if Nvidia goes lower? Where would you look to buy Nvidia? Right? Well, there's a gap fill right here from the 5th of May, right, that you can consider, right? But it's only about 4% lower. So are you going to buy that for a longer term trade when Nvidia is only down 13% from its highs? Not really, right? I'm not really too interested in that. Could you see an intraday bounce? potentially. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and mark this as day trading level. I think off of this level, you potentially see a day trading bounce. This will be a swing short, day trading level long. Let's change this to long. Actually, I like that more. Day trading long, swing short. And over here, right, this is the gap fill I really like from the 13th of April. Should price come down and into it about 8% lower, I could actually see, a 10 plus 15% bounce here. So this could be this would be a medium term long. So I have these 3 levels, right? For a day trade, I'm looking for generally about 1%. For a swing, I'm looking for 15+%. And a medium term, I'm looking anywhere between 5 and 10%. All right, on these charts. Next up is Meta, right? And Meta has had a quite the tumble, right, over this week. From basically the highs last week, Thursday, down about 12%, kind of in the gutter. So let's do the same exact thing we did on Meta and try to identify gap fills immediately. And before I go ahead and draw any, you can pause it right here and figure out where the gap fills are. Okay. So now that you've gone ahead and identified where you think the gap fills are, let's go ahead and get back to it. First off, 669. This is a gap fill from the 29th of April. Next gap fill we're going to talk about is one down here around 536.38, and then an additional one down here around March 26th. All right. And whenever we're looking at gap fills, guys, we always want to use other data, right? Other information to make informed decisions, right? We're not just looking at, okay, it's just a gap fill. All right, that's it. We want to understand the context within the day trades and swing trade indicators are formed. And in this case in Meta, look at this. This is a massive earnings gap fill. Remember what I told you yesterday, guys. Gap fills from earnings are so powerful, right? And I told you the larger the gap, the more powerful it is as well. So this is going to be very significant resistance here, massive earnings. This is where if Meta came back up into that, I would consider a potential swing short level on Meta, right? I also think it's a good day trading level, a medium term level. I absolutely love this gap fill from earnings here on Meta. All right, for support. Immediately going down here to the 30th of March, and that would be a move down about 5% lower, definitely attainable. So for me, I would look at this first level probably as a day trade long. Right? This is a potential day trading where I'm looking for an intraday bounce of about 1%. On this, I could see 10+%. On this one, I could see a 1 to 3% bounce. But the level I like even more, and I'm talking about context, guys, right? The context in which these gap fills were created, I like this long a lot more than this first one. And you might be thinking to yourself, Lawton, well, they're so close. They're only 2% away. And they are, right? But this level will be great because it coincides with the lowest point that Meta has gone all year, right? Annual low gap fill. So I like this for a potential swing. All right. And finally, we're going to talk about Micron. Same thing. Pause for a second and decide where you're going to identify gap fills. Now that you've done that, I have this one here. Let's go swing short, actually. This is a really good swing short level. I would love on Micron, just around $1,100. If you can reclaim that gap, I really like it for a short there. As a buyer, yes, there's a gap fill down here, but what did I say? The context matters, and we barely kissed that gap fill. We almost filled it, right? We almost filled it, so I don't like it as much. If I had to pick one, this one from 751 could be a. I wouldn't swing this just because of where it is at the charts, but a medium term long, right? You could see a 5 to 10% bounce from this region. From here, I'm expecting 20+%, right, on that. And then finally, let's move on to the final read. Now, guys, I've given you all the setup. I've taught you about gap fills. I've given you 3 actionable trades and showed you what I expect to happen when those level hits. But the rest is up to you guys. Remember, when you're entering these trades, make sure to use proper position sizing. If you're not comfortable going very heavy, don't go very heavy. If you're like, I don't believe in this gap fills, I just want to try it, then paper trade it. But at the end of the day, guys, these are, levels that I think can bounce, but they're not guaranteed to hit and not guaranteed to do exactly what I say they're going to do, right? It's just a probability games, right? But, at the end of the day, even if you don't take these trades, guys, it's more knowledge for you guys to learn and grow from. With that being said, my name is Lawton Ho here with Verified Investing. Thank you so much for watching this second episode of the Trading Playbook. Please like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you all next week. Let's get these trades and make some money. Bye, guys. That's the Trading Playbook. If today's episode was your film study, the principle, the pattern, the framework, the application is waiting for you on Sunday. Real setups, real levels, ready before Monday opens. Subscribe to Verified Investing on YouTube. Saturday teaches, Sunday prepares, show up ready.